Let me take you back to last winter. Britain was gripped by a second wave of the Wuhan virus. It was a hushed holiday season. No parties, no family reunions, no celebrations, except in one rather special location, number 10 Downing Street, where the British Prime Minister lives. While the whole of London was locked down, number 10 was partying. And from what we hear, it was a rager. Several dozen people were invited. They played party games, ate all kinds of food, downed themselves in booze, and partied well beyond midnight. Remember, these were not some college kids looking for a good time. These were public officials, the same people who put the rest of Britain under lockdown while they were partying. Guess rules don't apply to those who make them. And this party was not a one-off. It happened twice. First on November 27th and then again on December 18th. And during both the times, Britain was under strict restrictions. In November, both indoor and outdoor meetings were banned, and in December, London was under a Tier 3 lockdown. That's the strictest level of curbs. Now, you know how a party works. If everything goes well, everyone brags about attending it. If things go downhill, everyone looks at the host. In this case, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, the host. What was he thinking? Packed parties in the middle of lockdown. Apparently, the Prime Minister attended the first one in November. He made a speech even. He talked about how crowded the place was. So what did he do about it? Well, nothing. He left after a while. For almost a year, these parties were kept a secret, but now people are coming out. People who worked at number 10, people who attended these parties, and they say this was a regular affair. Lockdown parties had become a thing at number 10. Even Boris Johnson does not deny it. Listen to this.
As millions of people were locked down last year, was a Christmas party thrown in Downing Street for dozens of people on December the 18th?
Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, what I can tell the right honourable gentleman is that all guidance was followed completely during number 10. And can I recommend to the right honourable gentleman that he does the same with his own Christmas party, which he's advertised for December the 15th, to which unaccountably he's failed to invite the deputy leader, Mr. Speaker.
That's classic Boris Johnson. Turn and deflect. He doesn't deny hosting the party, but he says that all guidance was followed. Well, that's simply not possible. We're talking about December 18th, 2020. London was under a Tier 3 lockdown. Let me tell you what that means. No indoor meetings outside your family, no gatherings in outdoor venues like a private garden. And if you're in public, like a beach or a park, only 6 people can meet up. So how does the number 10 party follow this guideline? It wasn't a beach, it wasn't just family, and it definitely was more than 6 people. If Boris Johnson cannot stop a party at his own house, how can he ask Britons to mask up or not visit family? What moral authority does he have? I'll take you back to November 24th, 2020. Boris Johnson was laying out his plans for Christmas. Just listen to the Prime Minister's advice.
The virus has not gone away, and families will need to make a personal judgment about the risk of forming a bubble with or visiting elderly relatives and the vulnerable. 'Tis the season to be jolly, but 'tis also the season to be jolly careful.
'Tis the season to be jolly careful. That was Boris Johnson's message. 2 days after he gave this speech, he attended the first party at number 10. Just 2 days. Tackling this pandemic is all about getting the messaging right, and Boris Johnson has consistently got it wrong. He compared the Wuhan virus to the flu. He talked about letting the virus spread for herd immunity. So these parties should not surprise anyone. The question is, what is Boris Johnson's punishment? Lockdown violators are always fined, whether in India or Britain or the US. So will Boris Johnson be penalized, or does he get a prime ministerial pass? Well, there is certainly precedent for pulling up world leaders like Erna Solberg. In April 2021, she was serving as Norway's Prime Minister. For her 60th birthday, she organised a family party. 13 people were invited, but the government's rules only permitted 10. So the police asked the Prime Minister to pay a fine of $2,300. She apologised, she paid the fine and she moved on. Some legal experts in Britain want similar treatment for Boris Johnson. They say that he should pay £10,000 in fine. But you see, this is not about fines. This is about accountability. This is about accepting your mistake and apologising to your country. That's more damaging in politics. Because if you let politicians get away with fines, they'll open a new bank account just for that. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.